Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update, and in this video we're going to look at what is driving the market. Also, a peek at the greed and fear index. It's not been this way for well over a year. And who sold in the last dip? I hope it wasn't you. The reply to the SEC opposition to intervene for the 17,000 XRP holders has been submitted by attorney John Deaton. He did a fabulous job. And yet another move by the SEC to block the XRP investors. Yeah, clearly they have no respect for the XRP holders. And something big is happening in Singapore. I want to share that with you. But first, the market. $300 billion worth of the global cryptocurrency market cap melted away this last weekend, taking us back to a market of numbers that we saw in late February. But just in the last few hours, there has been a real surge back to the green. I think everybody has found their footing and realized that, this is much bigger than just a few crazy tweets that occur out there. We have significant gains happening from Quant, 20% up, Ergo up 30%, Aave up 30%, Shiba Inu coin even up 15%, Kusama up 28%, Yearn up 20%, Sushi Swap up 17%, Nano up 22%, and Matic up 40%. Wow, congratulations for all those holders. I know there's a lot of XRP holders who have Matic as well. Now, the crypto fear and greed index, let's look at this because, like I said, it hasn't been at this number for more than a year. When you take 0, that is when you are in extreme fear mode, and it goes all the way to 100 with the extreme greed. This is May 17th, and the index is sitting at 21. Yeah, it's the lowest it's been in a year. You can see here an annual snapshot. This data comes from the volatility, the volume, the social media, the dominance, the trends, and sometimes even surveys. And it really gives a good indication of what the sentiment is feeling. There were some great buys this last weekend, and just, I think, being after noon in Asia right now, I have a feeling with the way the market is going, we're going to raise the index to somewhere in the range of 26 to 35. Let's see how close I am. We get that next update in about 15 hours, and it should just be on track to go a little bit higher should we be free of any crazy tweets, right? All right, so Cointelegraph, they tell us that 1.1 million noobs panic sold. That's not my word, that is theirs. Now, the on-chain analytics company Glassnode, they track these new traders and they exited their position. Yeah, 1.1 million people actually spent all their coins. What they can do is they look at the addresses where coins are held by short-term holders, and they just fell into this classic panic sell. And it was, I'm sure, a very painful lesson for them, because this is something that regularly happens in this space. And if you're new, it probably was a big, scary moment. So attorney John Deaton, he submitted the reply to the SEC. And, oh, here it is, the actual addresses where they can show the amount of liquidation based on that dip. Okay, so going to John Deaton's website here, this is the crypto-law.us website. If you go to the document library on the tabs, and then you come down here, you can see the most recent update. This is the SEC opposition to Ripple's response to motion to intervene by XRP holders, and it's May 17th, 2021. This preliminary statement opens up with the SEC's opposition to intervention is riddled with red herrings, meaning a lot of misleading statements, and it also has personal attacks and a lot of irrelevant case law. John, on the other hand, when he goes into his detail, he really cites relevant case law, showing the barring of XRP holders is absurd, and the intervention does not broaden the SEC's scope of claims. The reality is the SEC has great difficulty proving what is alleged. He continues with the XRP holders can destroy the SEC's false narrative about us. Yeah, all 17,000 of us who have contacted him to be part of his fight. And with the SEC's attempt to discredit attorney John Deaton, well, let me just read to you what he wrote. They are trying to paint him in an unfavorable light so that it'll have a negative impact on the motion to intervene. Attorney Deaton is a former special assistant United States attorney, adjunct law professor, mass tort product liability lawyer, and a medically retired Marine Corps judge advocate who has been awarded significant military honors and medals, including from the President of the United States. Attorney Deaton stands on his service and record to his profession and to his country, not from being popular on Twitter for his efforts. That is so true. So I think that his strong argument clearly leaves you with the permission to allow the XRP holders to intervene. I think it does not show that there's going to be chaos to this lawsuit, and it will not cause a delay on the based on the intervention. And so it just really, I think the intervention will provide necessary and valuable information to the court. But the SEC has filed another objection. So we can see that from attorney James Filan, and he puts it out in a thread of 4 tweets. The SEC's mission statement is, among other things, to protect investors, but the SEC has argued from the beginning of the enforcement action that XRP is a security, and thereby arguing that XRP holders are actually XRP investors. In its latest filing, it attacks XRP holders. It says because movements are not seeking to appear as objective friends of the court, but rather to advance their own interest to pursue claims against the SEC. Defendants request that movements appear as amici should be denied. So to appear as friends should be denied. It's clear that the SEC is antagonistic towards XRP holders and has no intention of protecting them or advancing XRP holders' interest, which leads to only one conclusion. The enforcement action brought by the SEC has never been intended to protect anyone or anything. Its only objective has been to destroy XRP, XRP holders, and Ripple. The SEC is horribly misguided and needs to end this travesty. Wow, Jim. That is some statement. Well, I am following it, as I know everyone else is, and it is just getting very nasty. All right, because utility is eventually going to be the major influence in the market impacting price as this ecosphere matures, I pay attention to the real live cases which are growing, not so much on speculative cases that might or might not happen. The BTC market exchange is one of those important facilitators of the on-demand liquidity, which uses the digital asset XRP for cross-border payments. And located in Australia, having reached their really important $15 billion milestone, Caroline Bowler, the CEO, she's leading the charge. She's going to be joining me on the channel, and as she says, it'll be smashing. I think we'll see that video uploaded sometime on Thursday or Friday. All right, let me finish up with what is happening in Singapore. I think it's something going on big time. 2 days ago, lots of new job postings, 9 to be exact. That's a lot. And there is a senior manager for business development for central banks. There's legal counsel. There's, of course, engineers. But there's an institutional markets director and manager for XRP liquidity growth in the Asia-Pacific region. And it's to really build out this ODL, on-demand liquidity, and the utility to explore new use cases such as DeFi. Interesting. So this is going to be a high impact role for a senior professional at the intersection of finance and technology. Yeah, 9 positions. Yeah, they are really preparing for, I think, a lot of growth in the Southeast Asian region of the world. All right, let's talk about the intersection of pizza from the East and from the West, shall we? I'm talking specifically about Domino's. Yeah, Domino's does it a little bit different in Japan. From hosting kids' academies to build the ultimate pizza pie to this ultra jumbo 18-inch plus round pizza that was kicked off in a campaign with a giant pizza pillow offering in April. Yeah, it's always doing something interesting, but this is what is happening this week. This is the new pizza rice bowl. I want to show you the close-up. It's just looks so yummy. Only $7 if you go and pick it up, and $10 for delivery. And you know, Japan is really, they have a different, unique taste for pizza. You'll have toppings like mayonnaise and corn, scallops, mussels, squid, very common. But the craze right now is maple syrup. And if maple syrup on top of your pizza doesn't suit your taste, then maybe the barbecue sauce or the Korean seaweed flakes, because they're also popular. And this is maybe going way over the top or the craziest for the Domino's chain. But how about a little Domino's cheese pizza perfume? Just kidding. This was their April Fool's joke on the 1st last month. Funny. I actually think it would sell. Okay, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.